Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video it's actually something a bit different. It's a repair job. So I was driving down a narrow country lane the other day, and this is going to be an S3 video, by the way. I was driving down a narrow country lane, and this legitimately wasn't my fault. I was driving at a very slow speed because I was aware of this particular stretch of road was really quite narrow. Another car coming the other way, way too fast. Kind of lost control by trying to turn off the road, but their wheel caught like a pothole, threw them back onto my side of the road and completely smashed my wing mirror. So here's the wing mirror. So new parts. I decided not to go through insurance because I felt a bit sorry for the girl. She was really shaken up and I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, and it would probably just end up putting my premium up anyway, so I couldn't be bothered with that. So new mirror. Now this says it's a heated one, but there is one problem I have with this. So there is one problem I have with this, is here's the new one, here's the old one. Now, we've got this cable here, and there seems to be some soldering, and it kind of clips around the glass like that. There's an extra layer of something, which is obviously like the heated element. If I look at this one, it doesn't have that at all. It just has the glass straight onto this. Weirdly though, it does have the gaps, and they're sticky. So not really sure what to do with this one, apart from I'm just going to plug those two in, which also surely are the heated parts of the mirror as well. So a bit of a weird one. Gonna just leave this off for now and see if it functions correctly. If not, I'm gonna have to try and source how this works, so maybe go to Audi and get this as a replacement rather than just getting off eBay. Okay, so it looks to me to be exactly the same part, which is good. And then also, new indicator as well. Don't be fooled by this bit here, that isn't actually on display. You can see where it can, that bit that's sticking up and around, that's the only bit that you actually see on the side of the car. So fitting these two today, and that will be the problem fixed. There was only one clip inside the wing mirror that's broken, but it holds together fine still. So I'm hoping these two parts combined are gonna do the trick. So yeah, we're gonna go outside and fit these two bits, and let's see how it goes. I'm by no means a mechanic, so we'll see how we get on. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is just get the casing off, which is a job in itself. So we'll get that off and then see how we can get the indicator part off. So it looks like it's just two torque screws. Got the first one off, there's one more in there, and then it's just the electronic connection. So we'll get both of those off and then see what's happening from there. Okay, that's the housing off, and as you can see, I've got lucky with that one. No damage at all, just needs a clean, and it's because the wing mirror, obviously by design, collapsed on impact. So got that off, it's absolutely fine. Check if this is the right part. Looks perfect. So just disconnect this and plug this one in. Okay, so that's connected. So before I put it all together, I want to just check that this works, obviously. Cool, so tested the hazards and the indicator on its own, and that seems to be working absolutely fine. So I'm going to just go ahead and reassemble it now. Here, there's a slight scratch and a little mark. That's where she must have clipped it. So that's why this part of the light is smashed as well. But I think the light took most of the impact. And yeah, just a tiny scratch, but I'm not too bothered about that. So let's get this back on and then get the mirror in as well. I think I'm actually going to put the mirror on first and then see if that means I can then just put everything else around it. It should be a little bit easier. So let's plug these in. Okay, so there's definitely no way you can get the shell of the wing mirror back on after the glass, so I'm going ahead and putting that on now first, getting it into position. It's really pretty straightforward, to be honest. Just need to locate a few clips and I keep these out ready to plug in as well, and that spare one which this new mirror hasn't got a connection for, I'm just going to keep that inside the housing as well, just so it stays dry, and maybe at some point I'll look at getting the actual official part from Audi, depending on how much it is. Probably very expensive. If anyone does know what this is actually for, it'd be great to know. Leave a comment below, let me know. I don't know, this doesn't plug into the new mirror that I've got, so I'm just going to tuck it away and make sure it's in here, out of the way, and get the two plugged in. Okay, there we go. Seems to be all in. It's all snug. There's a bit of damage to the clips inside, but I've managed to get it to pop into position, so no real problems with that. Not really sure if the heated mirror is going to work anymore. I'm actually not that bothered about that, to be honest. But again, like I was mentioning, might be worth at some point further down the road getting the official Audi part for this with the proper heating connectors for it. The light's all in there fine. Really snug fit. Perfect. Very happy. So discounting the postage, really, that was like a 40 quid fix, and it was relatively straightforward to do. If you do need to remove the glass, you just need to get it angled out this way as much as you can. Get something behind it and pop it open with like a plastic knife or something like that. So just going to test everything works, including the repositioning of it, etc. And that is pretty decent. One other piece of damage I did get is this is cracked. The mirror flicked against it and cracked it, but these wind deflectors are relatively cheap, so I'll have to order another set of them. I doubt I'll be able to get one, so I'll have to order a couple of those. So yeah, let's just test that this works. Sound a bit sorry for itself, that, but that seems absolutely fine. So yeah, happy days. Happy days, that's a problem fixed with the car, which was potentially going to I was thinking it was going to cost me about 200 or 300 quid, and I've managed to do it for £50 all in, with a bit of DIY mechanics as well. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. I hope that was vaguely useful. I hope I've got the camera angles right. If you're needing to do a repair on your S3 wing mirror, just to note, it's a 2011 8P shape. So if that's your car, this will be the wing mirror you're looking for. Again, as I mentioned, I'm not 100% convinced with the mirror heating anymore. I don't think that's going to work without that additional plug plugged in. And as I mentioned, if anyone knows the reason why that doesn't connect to the new mirror, or if it's required, please let me know. All the adjustment works on it, which is good. And yeah, the indicator works as well. There you go, you can see it going. There's the other side working too. Let's just try. There we go, that's working. So I'm actually really happy with that fix. Very cheap, 50 quid, and saved me a lot of hassle going through insurance and that kind of thing. Although I would have got a brand new mirror, which would have been good, but I didn't really want it on my claims, so that's why I decided to do it myself. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. There's going to be more S3 content and also the 2CV, which was my project car. I've got more parts coming for that this week. So please like and subscribe and stay tuned, and I will see you all soon, guys. Take it easy.